going to try to go live. There were really bad storms, so this may not work, but I'm going to check. I got caught in a really bad storm. Wasn't fun. Just going to give it just a couple more minutes, or a minute, just about a minute. Just might be a bad time. I didn't think I was going to make it back, but I did. I unfortunately just got caught in the worst storm ever. I'm just glad I'm home. Oh, the cable's out. Richard Flores. Yeah, I just got caught in that. Oh my God. I was at my cousin's house and I was ready to leave and it was just about to storm. It was like a hurricane blew through. I was like, I don't think I'm going to make it in time for 7 o'clock tonight. But I did, sort of. A little late. How are you tonight? Are you doing okay? Hello, Story of Dory. Good afternoon. Actually, it's good evening. 7:09. Did you get hit by the storm too, Story of Dory? I was in my car and got hit with that. That wasn't fun. It wasn't a downpour. It was like really bad, really bad. As I drove home from my cousin's house after it passed, there were like broken trees, downed limbs, car accidents. It was really bad. It was really bad. Electricity's still on. That's always good. Yeah, ours is still on. Ours, it takes a lot for ours to go out because our lighting is so weirdly structured, and then it's under all our electricity is from underground, not above ground. So if anything went out on the main road, then we would go out. So it would have to take something major to happen in order for our power to go up. But it does go out every now and then. I mean, it always does. Ray was during the storm. Well, I have to be honest. I hate thunderstorms myself. I'm at my cousin's house. I'm feeling ridiculous because I'm totally terrified. And he's a pit bull. The pit bull picked up instantly. Thank you, Cindy Anderson. I appreciate that. His pit bull picked up instantly that I was afraid of the storm, and all of a sudden, his pit bull got very, very in a protective way, and was like totally protecting me. Like as I said before, my family's loud, and my cousin is really loud, and so he's talking to me, and sometimes when he's talking, it almost sounds like he's yelling. So the dog thought he was yelling at me. The dog's like barking at him because he could tell I was afraid. He's like, leave her alone. He's like, look at him. He's being all protected of you. I'm like, I was like totally afraid inside. I was trying not to let it show, but it wasn't working. It wasn't working. Normally I'm fine during most thunderstorms. I mean, I have kids, so I've tried to get through, but this one where the lightning was crashing really, really close and the thunder was really loud and I wasn't home. Hey, Carla Marie, how are you? I was just saying how I was just getting home from a big, horrible storm. But thankfully, I didn't have to drive in most of it. I mean, it was still lightning and thundering when I came home, but it wasn't nearly as bad as it was. Oh, and my cousin's neighbor came upstairs. Oh my God, I wanted to kill him. I'm sitting there and he comes up and he goes, oh, I don't know whose car's out there, but the tree just fell down on top of it. Totally thought the tree fell on my car. Wouldn't be the first time it happened. I'm like, no. And he looks and he's like, ah. I'm like, my cousin's like, anybody but her. You can't do that to her. She'll die. Don't do that to her. And I'm like, oh my God, because it happened to me before. I've been driving in a car and a tree fell on me, and I made it out fine. And my car pretty much, I had to get a new windshield. That was about it. But thankfully, it did leave a lot of dings and dents at the top of the car. But I sold that car a long time ago, so it didn't make a difference. I love the thunder, but I hate it because of how Dory is doing it. Yep. Yep. Ditto. Our dog. My husband said it really wasn't that bad here, although our town is kind of big. So in order for me to get it from one side to the other, sometimes, especially on like rush hour times, it takes me forever to get from one side to the other side of my town. And then the other side of the town got completely hit by the storm, where they got some thunder and stuff, but not, he said, my husband's like, not as bad that the dog freaked out too much. So that's all that mattered. I'm like, as long as the dog didn't freak out, because this was where I was, it was horrible. 8 watching, only 2 lights. Aw, thanks, Dory. Very nice. Thank you. Yeah, so I was driving over to my cousin's, and I saw that they were opening an LA Fitness, like, partly across town, and I'm like, ooh, LA Fit. And I'm thinking, you can't work out anymore. I got so excited thinking, oh, hey, a new facility is coming in. Maybe I'll join. No, you can't. You can't work out. I can't work out on machines or anything. I would die. It's been that long since I belonged to a gym. But I try to do walking around here. I got out and did some walking today. So, but it's very quick sometimes, and I quickly forget sometimes that my back prevents me from doing stuff. Because I like to think sometimes when I'm in my car listening to music or thinking of going like that, I'm going to really go out and have fun. And I'm like, I still have fun, don't get me wrong, but like I used to be able to dance. I was a cheerleader for 12 years of my life. I used to do back bends, back flips, you know, the splits, everything. I used to know how to do all of that stuff. And I can't do any of it anymore. And I was able to do it up to, I would say, close to my 30s. I was able to, I was very flexible. Like my, when we were in cheerleading, they would push our legs. Like when we would try to stretch our splits, they would push our leg all the way up to the wall. So our foot would touch on the other side and your foot would touch the locker. And that was like what the coach insisted on. And it did. Oh, hold on one here. It's all right. My dog likes to charge at the door and thinks that it can actually attack the storm. Hey, Crimson Whispers, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, gymnastics. I mean, I only took gymnastics for a couple of years, and that was honestly to get a back walkover. Hi, Kay, how are you? I just made it through that horrible storm, but we just got hit with those severe thunderstorms. Holy cow! I got stuck at my cousin's, and I was like, well, I may not make it home for the 7 o'clock, but I did. I made it home, thankfully. And let's stream games. Hi, how are you? Welcome. I'm just kind of going on here. I haven't really been live on my channel like that much. I've been live on other people's channels, but I haven't been live on my own. I'm like, I gotta get in there and say hi to everybody. Plus, how grateful I am that I got past 1K, and that's really all I really wanted. I wanted to actually just have access from my phone. I still don't have that yet, but I should be getting that soon. That's all I really want. I mean, that's the one thing I'm really looking forward to the most. Hey, K8, how are you? So, yeah. So it's. I just like when I got in my car and it was still lightning and thundering. I'm like, this is just one of those days. Can't make it better. And I was like, I didn't want to go out, but I knew I had to go out tonight because he was not going to be around tomorrow. So I'm like, all right, I got to come over. And always takes me like, by the time I get there and come back, it always takes me over an hour. Always. Because the traffic around here is so bad during rush hour. And I always have to wait until my husband gets home. Hello, Ms. Terrell. How are you? Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. Hi, Cindy Anderson. How's my lady? Oh, I don't believe she came home yet. We haven't seen signs of her yet. So I don't believe she's back home from the hospital. So I don't know what's going on. That's all I know. Because I said to my husband, because normally when she walks in, she has like drapes and she'll open them and they'll be partly open throughout the day. When she leaves, she closes them. They haven't been open and they've only been like partly open. That's the only way she gets into her house is through her back door. And there's been no signs. So I'm hoping Joanne's doing okay. Hey, Yo-Yo Biggs. I'm just worried that they're going to be sending a person home again who is unable to fend for themselves. And that's basically what they keep doing is they keep sending people home. And or they're sending her home. And constantly her house gets like just like hoarders. They come in and they take everything out and they get the hazmat people who come in and they take everything out. And she thinks people want to steal her stuff and nobody wants to go in. And you gotta, I feel for her, but she refuses for help. She doesn't want help. And when people offer her help, she finds a way to cut them out of her life. It's a very odd story. I don't honestly even know her that well. I know her just to say hi in the parking lot. I've never been in her house. She's never been to my door. I've only seen her walking from her car to her house. But we've gotten to, know each other back and forth because I'm home during the day and I see her going to the store and things like that. But she does not like to be bothered. Hey, Rebecca, nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. Wow, this is a good time, I guess, to go live. Pretty good. Or I normally try to go. I'm trying different times. That's what I'm trying to do. So when it comes to like fall and the kids going back to school, definitely will do more stuff during the day, like video wise and maybe some live wise. But I gotta just figure out what times are going to be best for me, but try all different times because not everybody can make it at all different times. I like to watch from my phone though, especially like if I'm at my kids' sports stuff or doing stuff like that. I always like watch from my phone. And sometimes like you'll have really bad Wi-Fi and you really can't get on. Just looking at everybody, just see how everybody is. K8. Oh, where'd you say you're here in Jersey City? Oh, you're in Jersey City. 102, not used to it from the UK. You're in Jersey City? That's up north of me. I'm more central. Yeah. I'm trying to think where exactly Jersey City is. Like in Jersey. Like I know where Newark and everything else is, but I'm like, where is Jersey City? I know it's up north. I just don't know where. Well, I know it's been really hot and miserable here. Not a good time to be on the East Coast, that's for sure. Actually, I just have a friend who went on an Alaskan cruise. I'm like, what a week to leave. But yeah, it's the weather has been crazy, and we keep getting these crazy storms. I was talking about that earlier. These storms, we've never had storms like this before, where there's these constant tornado warnings or these storms that look like they're hurricanes coming through. They really do. Oh, you were right, Thursday. Oh, you've been here for the hottest days of the summer, the year. I don't think it's going to get hotter than that. Oh, man. Yeah, I figured it was pretty much closer to New York City. I mean, I'm from Philly, so I'm like, I know the South real well, but like, since I've lived here in Central Jersey now for what, 15 years, 14 years. So like I'm kind of used to Central Jersey. We go up. My friend lives up. One of my best friends lives up north. Jason's friends, some of his friends live up north. And I like going into the city. I like going into New York. I like having the option of going either back to Philly or going up to New York City. I like having that option because they're both like an hour away. Did I get a haircut? No, I haven't gotten a haircut. I got this cut back in May. Haven't had it cut since. But we're staying here and traveling to New York City to see the sights. It's been amazing. It is kind of cool. I remember like the first time I went to New York City, it was like, but once you're up there and you kind of been up there a few times, you see it. You kind of just get to your destination where you want to go. And I'll tell you, it's a great city. Philadelphia is an awesome city to visit. It really is. All the historical stuff. As a kid, I didn't appreciate it for what it was at all. But with like Independence Hall, they have amazing restaurants, like street to street. There's such good restaurants and pubs, and I loved working in Center City, Philly. And there was always something to do, always something to do. And I worked down there, but I lived in Philly as a kid, but I lived on like the outskirts. I wouldn't call it suburbs, but it was part of the city, but we weren't in the downtown area. Philadelphia is pretty widespread. So I lived more in Northeast Philly back when I was younger. Are you going to see a show at all, K8? Oh my God, Philly cheesesteaks from Philly. Oh yeah. Yeah, Pat, we used to go into Philly. I haven't gone in Philly for a few years, like for a late night thing. But there's always, normally, if you're down in that area, there's always a stop at either Pat or Gino's, for sure, always. Especially like if you're on a bachelorette party or if you are in any kind of party that's out. Like every time we're on the party. But you know what? I have gluten allergy. The biggest thing about Philadelphia cheesesteaks are the rolls. The rolls are Amorosa rolls. I can't eat those. So I always get the cheesesteak on a plate without a bun. So I look ridiculous when I get one, but that's the only way I can eat it. I wouldn't say I don't think Philly's any safer than New York City. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I mean, if you look at Kensington, no. I mean, the narcotic epidemic down there in Kensington is awful. And there's a lot of murders. I mean, I watch the Philadelphia news a lot. There's tons of people. I mean, day after day about murders and the violence going on. It's just a matter of where you are, I guess. But I've learned that you could be in the safest part of a neighborhood and you can still get jumped. That happened to me. When I was in college. I went to a college was maybe a bit like an hour outside of Philadelphia towards the west. And I went there and I was about to say something and now I forgot what it was about Westchester. Ugh. That's where I went to college. God, I wanted to say something about it. Now I forgot. Oh, but when I lived out there, I would always travel back and forth to Philadelphia for work and stuff like that. So we would take the train into work when I lived out in there. But now I can't work. So yeah, it depends on where you're at in Philly. Center City, downtown Philly, I would say is pretty safe. I once took my kids on the duck boats. Would I now? No, I don't even think they're actually in working condition at this moment because there's been so many horrible accidents in this city. Even in this city, there's been accidents that killed people. So yeah, I'm never doing the duck boats again. But it seems safe. It didn't seem horrible, but there was a really bad accident a couple summers back. Actually, quite a few summers back, and it was a nightmare, actually. And then they shut down the duck boats, and they came back, and then someone else got in a horrible accident. I think it's been shut down ever since. But we used to do that, and then I'd taken my daughter down and we've gotten on like carriage rides, and we've done some of that. And but I've never really taken them to any of like. We used to go to there's a Franklin the Franklin Institute. That's it. The Franklin Institute was the coolest place ever to go on a school trip. It's a science museum, but yet it's like almost like I would even say like a please touch. Like there used to be like what it was known for. There was like a heart. You could walk through the heart. The heart smelled. I remembered that because it was like bad plastic is what it smelled like. Hey Mario, how are you? I'm just talking about Philly, actually. Talking about all the good places that happen in Philly. Like I love going out in Philly. I would say I feel safer in Philly only because it's not as big as New York City. I find New York to be like a whole lot bigger, and I find it more confusing because I'm not from New York City. But I know my way around Manhattan for the most part, but not that much. Yeah, good old Philly. Yeah. Um, I only in Center City. I like going out in Center City. Yeah. I like I was saying like Kensington, like that's a really bad area. It's always been a bad area as far as I remember. Um, it's funny because where I grew up was there wasn't much that happened, but I mean there were stuff that still happened around you. I mean it was kind of crazy. I know a lot of people who probably weren't doing a lot of things that they were supposed to do when I was a kid, but that's kind of how people. I just thought some city people were. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Center City's safe. Northeast Philly's safe. It depends where you are in the Northeast, though. I mean, I have friends who are cops that can tell you what areas are a little bit worse than others that have more crime in Northeast than others. But um, where I grew up, it's still pretty good. My parents still live there, so it was like good old, row home in Philadelphia, where like I live in a townhouse, I pay an association fee, but in a row home, there's no association fee because you do everything on your own. But it's like it is a townhome. But my mom's house is bigger than mine for sure. Um, oh, I wish you could stay longer, but enjoy your stay here. It's gonna feel a lot better tomorrow. K8, I promise. It's supposed to be in the 70s, so it'll be quite a difference tomorrow. How long are you here till? Oh, I used to hang out sometimes in Mayfair in the I would say more yeah some 80s and 90s. I wish I was. I used to go to what was St. Tim? Did you go to St. Tim's dance? I used to go to St. Timothy's dance, and that was like a big deal to go to like a different school. And I think that was in Mayfair, wasn't it? Thursday. Well, I believe Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be a whole lot better than the rest of the days that you've been here. So enjoy your stay here and enjoy everything. I think I mean, there's just so much you could see in New York. I mean, God, I mean, everybody always wants to go to Times Square, of course, but I wouldn't say eat in Times Square. I would find a restaurant on the outskirts of the city. Oh, you didn't grow up there. Oh, I didn't really grow up there either. I just knew people who we would go over to their homes and stuff like that when we would go over there. Having a week in Massachusetts. Ooh, I've never been to Massachusetts. I've been to Vermont, Connecticut, never been to New Hampshire. I didn't go that far up there. Yeah, the furthest north I think I've been on the East Coast. Yeah, Vermont. Been to Vermont. Yes, at Tim's. Yeah. Oh, St. Dominic's. I believe my grandparents lived around there. Believe it or not, I do believe my parents. I think that was my mom's church where she went when she was younger. I think, not sure. Alice eyes where immigrants were processed in the early 1900s. My grandfather went through there, and his name is on one of the walls there. K8. That's really cool story, Dory. Reminds me of that movie Hitched. Yeah, or Hitch. It is with Will Smith. It's funny as hell. And he goes to take, and her grandfather's supposed to have her name. He turned out to be a horrible person, and it was like a worst date scenario. It was funny. Holmesburg. Yes, the Holmesburg prison. That's what I'm familiar with, is the Holmesburg prison over there, but there's no prison over there anymore. It's now empty. Still, I don't know what they use it for. Do they use it for haunted houses now? I think they do. Um, yeah, so I'm just checking out and see what's going on. How are you, Mary? How's things been going on with you? Oh, guess you're done. Ah, my back is actually killing me right now. It's what happens when I get pain in my back. I lose track of thought completely. They built a lot on State Road. They built a lot on State Road. Oh, I wouldn't know. I haven't been down that way in a long time. Oh, I'm sorry, Mary. Uh, but yeah, I'm because of the rain and everything. My back is like really bad tonight, and I can't. Sitting on the bed like this, it's very painful. Deal with me for 1 second here. Sorry about this. I have to move and straighten my legs out because if I don't, it kills in my back. Oh, but the prison's still there, isn't it? Because I mean, every time I drive down 95, that brick wall is still there from where the prison walls are. Oh, you drove in that too? Yeah, I did too. That was I wasn't. I was actually at my cousin's house. I was at my cousin's house, and I had heard the thunder coming in, and it was like completely black on one side and blue on the other. And I'm like, and I could hear the thunder coming in. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to stay here. So I stayed at his house until it passed. Although his friends scared me half to death and thought that my car was smashed by a tree, but it really wasn't. Thank God. But it's not like I said. I had it happen before. I was driving in my car once before. I was going to some function for work, and I had my friend in my car, and it was a summer thunderstorm, and a lightning struck a tree, and my friend and I were driving, and the tree fell on us. We were stuck there probably for like a good hour because we couldn't get out of the car because it completely closed us in. But thankfully, the only thing that really got damaged horribly was the windshield. So I didn't have to worry about that. Not sure where. Oh, okay. Buenas noches. Oh, so yeah, I just wanted to come on, and I'm planning on doing more stuff, and I'm going to probably talk a little bit more and get a little bit more into chronic pain. I want to start having people on to have to tell their story and things like that. I'm looking forward to doing stuff like that. I'm trying to work out on StreamYards right now. Hi, how are you, Black Sparta? How are you? I'm trying to work out StreamYards right now, but um, I'm having a difficult time. So I need somebody who knows what they're doing with StreamYards to help me because it's really difficult. I'm having a difficult time. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. That's the only thing. I know I'm doing something wrong, but the StreamYards seems to be easier. I just got to get it to work first. But Streamlabs, I can't seem to like understand it. I don't know what it is, but I've seen people using the StreamYards. I've used StreamYards with other people's YouTube pages, and it seems pretty easy. So reach out to Oni. Oni has StreamYards? Oh yeah, I got to figure out how to use it. I still don't even know how to use DLive correctly. I have no idea. Um, I'm just starting to understand this whole YouTube stuff. I'm just starting to get it. Um, I enjoy it. It's good for me. It gives me something to do. It gives me a goal, like something in the day. Oni knows everything. I haven't been in Oni's live in a really long time. I'll have to ask because I'm when it comes to technology, I'm definitely not the smartest. Gotta go. Much respect to everyone. Thanks, Story of Dory. I really appreciate you spending some time here. Stay safe out there because it's still lightning and thundering out there. I mean, I keep looking out and I keep seeing there's like lightning strikes. It's insane. But these storms that we've been having lately are pretty crazy as well. So, I mean, what are you going to do? But he is off YouTube now and he's only on DLive. Okay, I just need to get onto DLive. I just don't jump on DLive as much as I jump on YouTube. I don't know why. Um, I like it though. I like DLive. I think DLive is actually pretty cool. I like the fact that you can play music. I mean, I play music on here. I play Dave Matthews a lot because they don't care. They don't. You can play their music anywhere. Um, but I like the fact like you could like don't have to worry about everything that you say and do that you're going to get copyrighted or this strike or this or that. So because I still to right now I still don't know what the clear laws of YouTube are quite yet. They change every day. They seem to be. They change every day. And like I had someone come in my live earlier today who said you can't post more than one emoji in a live. And I'm like, I don't I mean maybe in networking live I can see, but I don't think in like just regular random ones because people do that all the time in all different ones. Don't play Dr. Phil or talk about Ed K. Oh. But I am looking forward to soon. I'm going to the beach for a week, so that is like what's keeping me going for sure. Like I'm everything I'm doing is to prepare for that week. Like I'm my car, my car. I had to take it. It got fixed the other day. Yep, I know. You can't talk about anything anymore. Like no, as a matter of fact, Mario, I'm going to Wildwood. Um, the kids love Wildwood. My friends love Wildwood. We went to Wildwood last year. I've been to Wildwood. Like with the kids, Wildwood's just worked out better. And it's a lot better than when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, Wildwood had a bad reputation. But it's gotten a lot better there, for sure. I mean, it's a lot cleaner, it's a lot safer. I mean, then again, as I said, you're not really safe anywhere you are. Um, I got mugged in the middle of a very safe city. And I wasn't in Philly. I'm normally used to living in Philly. So you love Goodnight Irene's there? I don't think I've ever been there. In Wildwood? God, I haven't been to a bar in Wildwood. It's been since my 20s, I would say. Yeah, it's been a really long time. Like I've been to bars in Avalon and bar and restaurant. Yeah, I've been to Jersey Girls there. We've been to a couple of places there. It's kid friendly. Maybe I'll have to try it out because I'm sure we're going to go take one night and go out to eat. Um, like we'll spend 2 nights on the boardwalk, one night maybe out to eat. One night we'll walk like boardwalk, like they have the Princeton. Ooh, if those walls could talk. Good Lord, if those walls could talk. Thankfully, they can't because I know a lot of people who would be in trouble from the Princeton. We lived right behind the Princeton. We lived right on Bay Avenue, right behind the Princeton. There used to be, which is still there, but they moved it, which is the Whitebriar. But now it's completely different than what it was before. And the Whitebriar is now this real big bar there too now. But we were right behind the Princeton all the time. And like our friends, had something what they called the stone bar. They would turn the garage, oh my God, they would turn the garage into a bar. So late night, after the bars closed, they would open the stone bar and you paid one price. And just like a keg party, it was like a bar. And it would start from 2 a.m. and it would get to like 5 a.m. Easy, easy, it would go to 5 a.m. Your friends got married in the Princeton? Oh my. I've got a lot of pictures of me in the Princeton, but yeah, I'd never heard of anyone getting married there. God. I don't think that would be the place I'd want to get married. I mean, there's memories there that are not so good. It's a venue now. Oh, you mean the Whitebriar? Do you mean the Whitebriar or do you mean the Princeton? This mystery. I called you today. Oh yes, the Whitebriar they completely redid. Absolutely. Oh no, that's gorgeous. That's absolutely beautiful. Nope, the Princeton. Really? When did they redo the Princeton? Because I was down there 2 years ago. Still looked the same. It was like the old stinky bar. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought it was the morning. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I thought it was the afternoon when I called you. I apologize. I don't know how I got that mixed up. I called you because I think I figured out how we could do live. Like, I just got to figure out how to do the StreamYards. I'm doing the StreamYards. That seems to work really good. I can't figure out the Streamlabs. So I know there's a bunch of people doing the StreamYards. I'm so, so, so sorry I called you at 5:19 in the morning. I'm so, so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was going with somebody else I know in Australia, and I must have gotten the time zones mixed up. I'm sorry. Uh, I apologize. Oh my God, I feel like an idiot. I'm just feeling really stupid today about a lot of things that I'm saying. I thought when Megan's birdie was in here, I thought, oh, she's not pregnant. I thought she was pregnant. No, I just keep opening my mouth and inserting my foot today. Uh, Definitely, I'm going to have to get off here shortly, though. Not for about a good 20 minutes yet. Um, I always check in on reporting live from my sofa. So when I get off of here, that's where I'm going to be going because he's so funny and his Monday nights are so chilled and relaxed. It's very good. He does a lot of great book stuff, but I can't, I don't have time to read the books. I'm not having the time. Uh, oh, I'm sorry. K8 had walked out already. K8 just walked away. I just hang up your ass. I'm like, oh God, that's an idiot. So sorry. Time differences. I gotta get them all straight in my head because I love everybody around here that I think it's like a different time and it's not. But I think I'm gonna call it quits because I'm getting really tired. I haven't even eaten dinner yet and I have a headache so badly. Um, I think it was just from being out all day in the heat and it's like pulsing. It just hasn't been my day. That's all. Hasn't really been my day. Scrape it under, and tomorrow's another one, right? All right, everybody. Thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. I will be back later this week. Bye. Hey, Miss Mystery, text me when you get a chance or call me whenever you get a chance.